Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. Before we go into the more serious topic, which is the palate way, I thought I would like to cover some communication basics first for the next few sessions, which kind of setting the stage for the palate way and makes it easy to ease into it. So, our topic today is application related and is called communication in daily lives. People are saying that a picture is worth 1,000 words, so that I'll take advantage of some interesting visual aids to make the point. And of course, the list of application here is far from being exhaustive. I've narrowed it down to 6 important examples for demonstration of its importance in our daily lives. First one up, family matters. About 15 or 20 years ago, there was a popular TV sitcom, The Family Matters, and a cartoon series, The Simpsons, which I'd enjoyed both very much. Some of the key characters are Homer, the devoted and caring father, Bart, Homer's spirited and unbridled son. In The Family Matters, we have Steve Urkel, the neighborhood nerd kid, and Carl, who is the head of the family and a police officer. They're always arguing and fighting in a comical way, or should I say communicating emotionally in a physical way, all the time over some trivial things simply because they have different perceptions about issues and can't seem to reach an agreement without a good fight. Well, at least they always have a happy ending, and everyone's happy in the end, which I can't say the same about the reality of people's family lives today. We often communicated with our spouses and kids about the family matters and our relatives and friends over matters of interest, and in the end, not always the happy endings, isn't it? Next, social activities. We human beings are social animals. We all live a social life, or most of us do anyway. We attend a friend's birthday party or going out on a fishing trip with family members and friends. Neighbors come over to our house to have a cup of coffee and exchange gossips. We interact with people to seek support or to give comfort. In business, there's happy hours and dinner meals with clients before the serious meeting begins next day. People communicate in a relaxing way to build friendship and relations, to learn about new things and exchange information. Good communication skills certainly help. Next, current events. There are 2 topics in the world that can be so controversial, and people can easily fall into the trap of emotional debate, resulting in violence sometimes. They are politics and religion. Due to the complexity of the issues, compromises are hard to reach, and the previous agreement can easily be annulled in the heat of the moment when one's perception and motives change. In my presentation, I'll steer clear of the topics and focus more on communication in a workplace or in a business environment. Next, small talk. First, here in the picture, we see a lady trying to strike up a conversation with an old man by saying, "How's the weather?" which seemed to stump the old man into a stupor. He didn't know how to respond right away. And I've seen this happen on many business occasions, especially between people of different cultural backgrounds. Next, we see 2 men shackled, dangling in the midair in a very stressful situation, and yet one of the men still in the mood to start a conversation with his cellmate. "So, what are you doing after this?" "Well, I have to say this. This is the fine example of making small talk in the most extreme way. I regard small talk the most basic and critical of all communications, the foundation of the start of a serious communication. Most people think it's easy. In actuality, it's not, especially making small talk with a complete stranger in an unfamiliar environment. There are certain professions, such as the sales counselors in an institution, hostage negotiator, etc., that the ability to make effective small talk is an absolute must. Even that, they still may run into barriers beyond their expectations. Leadership and management. Here in the picture, we can see a man, a team leader, urges his people to follow him into the mountain, obviously full of danger. But his team members seem to have a second thought, which demonstrates a lack of trust and confidence in their leader, as opposed to the next picture, which shows the captain navigating his boat with confidence and leading his people out of danger on an uncharted water. For a nation, leadership is the one selling his or her ideas, visions, and selling is talking. You talk to inspire people to believe you, to follow you, or even to die for you and your cause. You need to communicate effectively to your people. If your people respect you as a leader, they'll follow you. Same things can be said about the CEO of a corporation. The CEO sets the vision for the company to achieve, say in the next 5 years. If he or she sets the vision right, communicate it effectively to their employees, stay the course, and walk the talk, I think the CEO stands a good chance of realizing his visions. Negotiation. This is the ultimate goal of communication, to reach an agreement on matters of interest. The matters can be as minor as deciding on what movie to watch tonight, or which restaurant to go to with your spouse on weekends. Or it can be a very serious, complex process when one has to consider many aspects of things, and during the process, people communicate with one another to explore various options in search of an agreement. Now, to summarize what we just went through about communication. First, our daily lives revolved around communication. Yes, indeed, even in dreams we communicate, don't we? Communication dictates how we make our decisions and thus shape our lives. Now, for this reason alone, how communication shapes our life, we should all make an effort to learn how to communicate more effectively. Unfortunately, communication skills are often underrated and presumed given. No, it's not given. It's like tasting an exotic food for the first time, and often our initial response is yuck. But over time, once we get used to the taste and learn to savor it, it becomes an acquired taste. So, by the same token, communication is an acquired skill. That means you have to learn it, build on it, in order to own it and use it effectively. People's emotion and perception, whether ingrained or learned, played a key role in the success or failure of communication. We people are sometimes just too hardwired to think or speak in a rational way and to compromise. Maybe the Palo Way can change that. Last but not least, aspiring speakers learn communication skills to make their lives happier, more productive, and less stressful. We people need to cultivate a flexible mindset and be more acceptable to other people's viewpoint. Learn the Palette Way and make every episode of our lives always a happy ending. That's all I have for this session. Hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to give us a like. This is Peter Chang. I'll see you in the next topic.